You are now listening to About That Business, hosted by Rom Wills. Rom Wills is an entrepreneur and personal coach who has helped people reach their fullest potential personally and professionally. Take it away, Rom.
Welcome to the Sunday morning video for RomWills.com. And I'm your host, Rom Wills. Now, this is something that's going to be a little bit different, right? Because usually I do a Sunday morning podcast just for my private site and also for RomWills.com. But this will be the first time that a podcast a video rather, will be simulcast across all of my platforms. So both of my YouTube channels, RomWills.com and also RomWills Raw. I just want to try something a little different and just, got this little cut, so, I had to show it. Before it comes out and everything. But check it out. People who are familiar with my Sunday morning podcast I always do an inspirational message. So, I'm doing it on camera this time, right? And today I want to talk about the choices we make. And one of the things, let me get a little comfortable and whatnot, right? Might reach over here for the drink, but I don't know. But check it out, right? Everything in life is a choice. Everything in life is a choice. And one of the things people have to realize is that they do have that power of choice. People know me for talking about relationships. That's nothing but choice. I always talk about women choosing the men, but then also the men have to choose the women back. But it's deeper than just saying that. It's way deeper. Because basically it means, unless you were forced at gunpoint, you didn't have to deal with that knucklehead. Or you didn't have to deal with that ratchet. You made a choice to be with that person for good or for bad. You didn't have a gun held to your head. And that's what you have to realize. You did not have a gun held to your head. You got women out here, they'll say, well, this guy, he's just so bad, he's a dog. Well, why are you going out with him? You made a choice to go out with him. Or guys will complain about the woman being so ratchet or something. You made a choice to deal with it. Everything is a choice. Everything, even where you live and everything. Like, one of the problems people have out here is that they get caught up in circumstances. Or rather, they follow the crowd. They don't really make a conscious decision. They'll settle for a situation. They know they don't like that job, but ultimately, you're making the choice to be on that job. And I know someone will say, well, I need this for money, and I need to take care of family, I need to pay bills. But you don't have to be on that specific job. You made a choice whether or not you wanted to stay on it. Now, if it's a job giving you some problems, you need to make the choice to see how you can get out of there. Y'all seeing how this is working? Like everything. Choice. You have to choose. In one of my books, one of the ones I don't talk about as much, but I need to get it back out there, started from zero. I have a chapter in there just called The Choice. Because it was a question of the main character choosing whether he wanted to keep going down a spiral or if he wanted to raise himself up to another level. Because whether you succeed or fail in life is based on that choice. You got to make a choice to really succeed. But, I understand why people don't make the choice. I understand why they get caught up in bad relationships or they get caught up in bad jobs or bad situations. Because the one thing about the choice, it implies you have to take responsibility and accountability for those choices, good or bad. And I've had to learn that lesson. I'm not going to act like I'm perfect up here. I've made some bad choices, but I learned from them. And because I learned from them, I was able to make better choices when presented with the same situation. People have to be that way. People have to focus on making the right decisions, the right choices, especially at the crossroads. See, a lot of people don't take responsibility for their choice, so they just follow the crowd. They let the outside world make the choice for them. Many people are in relationships, they're in jobs, they're in living situations, and they have an overall jacked up life because they did not make the choice as to whether or not to be there. They just followed it along. But to get out of it is still a choice. And you know what? Let me take that back in a way. They chose to go along with it. But that choice was up to them. So you want to make that choice to rise up, to go to another level. Now, I know some people say, Ron, you're saying choice a lot, but everything is a choice. It was a choice for me to get up today and say, you know what? I'm going to set up the lights, I'm going to set up the camera, and I'm going to do this video. Instead of a podcast, put up a picture. Or, it was a choice to put it out on all of my platforms instead of the usual 2 that I do. That was a choice. It was a choice to be in a position to do the things I love now. Because I could have made another choice. I could have said, you know what? I just want to stay in a supposedly safe corporate job. Or I could have just went in on a totally different path. But it was my choice. I'm here because of the decisions I made. And I take responsibility for them. You know what? I'm going to tell you something now. It's crazy to say this, but I don't have any regrets. I don't. Because everything I've done, good and bad, it was a choice. And I take responsibility for it. Especially the bad ones. I just say, you know what? I did that. I made the choice to do that. I'm not going to blame anybody. But, a lot of people, it's easy to blame somebody else. It's easy to say, oh, he forced me. Like you get these women out here who will say, oh, he got me pregnant. To which my response is, okay, so he held a gun to your head. He forced you. So are you saying it was a rape? And yeah, I'm going to go there with that. If the man didn't force you in any way, you got to take responsibility for it. Or some guy getting some ratchet pregnant. I'm like, dude, unless that condom tore, you made a choice to go in a raw. So you got to deal with the consequences. And that's everything. The job you want, you're making a choice whether or not to stay there. Regardless of what you have, you can always choose to leave it, like I said earlier. So, I want y'all to think about it. Always a choice. Always. Everything is a choice. And you have to take responsibility for that choice. So, that's it for today. I just got on shorts and stuff, but I wanted to look nice. I only wear this shirt like once a year, so. Anyway, want y'all to go out, have a nice day today. Keep rising and transforming. Peace.